Nice stiff.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Wrestling with Savage is live yet again. Here we are, Wednesday night. You know what that means. And Gianna forever. I don't know if Travis is here. I can see his chair over there. Johannes, what's going on, brother? Shout out to you and everybody in Germany watching. We're going to be talking about AEW Dynamite tonight. Get some music playing by my boy Carpio Beats. Go follow him immediately. Yesterday was 4th of July. Hopefully everybody had a very happy 4th of July. We hope so. Ricky, how you doing tonight, man? Everything good tonight? We're going to be talking about Dynamite. AEW Dynamite went down tonight. This was a little preview of the card that we were going to see, all the different matches that were going to take place. Obviously, they added a few because this wasn't really a stacked card over here, but they did what they could with what they had. Kind of curious where they're going with Kenny Omega, where they're going with Wheeler Yuta, but we're going to get into that later on when we get back to the main event later tonight. But we're going to start off with the Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament quarterfinal. And that was going to be between Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland, Orange Cassidy, and Darby Allin. And what's cool about this whole situation is blind eliminator. So you never know who is going to be there, who's going to show up, who's not going to show up, all that good stuff. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good. Well, you know I'm going to show up. So.
Oh, yeah, you showed up, but you're a little late. You're 2 minutes late, but you're okay. You get a pass. Yeah. You get a pass, man. So, 4th of July yesterday. Tonight, they follow up with the reuniting of Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. By some miraculous chance, they drew each other in this big, giant, fucking steel cage of names. They came up, and here we are again. How coincidental. And I did call Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin to win this match, and it was clear that the match started off. I thought Keith Lee was actually going to hit Swerve to start things off, but he just was doing a pose. Very nice touch by Keith Lee, showing his nuances and how good he is. And let me tell you something. This interview before, I liked it. Darby Allin trying to set a fire under Keith Lee's ass. You know, basically telling him, do something about it. You know, you want to be a badass, be a badass. Swerve coming out with the Embassy. You could see the size difference right there between Keith and the Gates of Agony member right there. Limitless Keith Lee making his return, getting rid of the gray hair. And you see Swerve over there not appreciating Keith Lee trying to take his spotlight. And that would be evident during the match, because obviously they would not win. Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin would win. But I will say this, Keith Lee damn near threw Darby Allin out of the building. Not a bad match. Some innovative spots. Slumdog, whatever the hell stunner that is. He was holding on to him, and then Keith Lee turned it into something else. At the end of the day, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, absolutely too much for Keith and Swerve, who were not working well together. The match was a good opening match. It still doesn't make sense to me that we're even going back to this at all. Obviously, there's something there. They probably want to have a Keith Lee Swerve feud is where it's headed, I assume. I'm not sure. What did you take on this, Travis?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's still just so strange because it's like we saw all this history. You know, he stopped a cinder block, he all this crazy stuff, and yet you're going to put them in a blind tag team eliminator tournament. It's like, it just, I don't know. It didn't work for me. The whole match didn't. I mean, I would give it maybe, this match gets maybe 2.5 stars from me at most. You're talking, but you're not on the stream, Savage.
Okay, so you're going back to giving star ratings.
I mean, I guess.
All right, so you're a Dave Meltzer guy then.
My point was just, it wasn't anything.
No. Stop running away from the question. Are you a Dave Meltzer guy?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Jay, All Elite. What's up? What did you take on the first match of the night?
There he goes again.
I'm sorry it took so long, guys. My brain was trying to process what the hell I was watching, and this is a great topic to talk about. Is it my turn to talk about this match? I wrote notes for this match.
Yeah, sure.
Here we go. I love the part where Darby slaps Lee. Lee launches him. I thought that was great. I thought we were off to a great start. And you know what happened? Keith Lee just can't sell for nobody. He was taking hits, not selling, not even getting down on the knee, not even trying to do a facial expression selling. I've been saying it for the longest. He's probably the worst seller at his best. But this was the most shocking, and I think all of those 20,000 mother Canuckers that watch this live are really, really dumb, and I'm going to tell you guys why. When Swerve was climbing up the top ready to do that 450 splash that he somehow missed and hit Lee, did you guys notice that the ref was counting so fast that he was already at 2 as soon as Swerve just got to the top? If you guys noticed, and any of those 20,000 mother Canuckers that watched it live tonight, they would have noticed that too. His hand stopped as soon he waited for Swerve to jump. It was by far the worst thing I saw on live TV, but it gets even worse later, folks. But this by far was horrible.
It gets even worse, guys.
This is what I say. If I could feed any of these mother Canuckers a piece of my chicken that I ate earlier today, they will go crazy. And they went crazy for this match. I just don't get it. Why?
Jay, you're going to be okay, man. Don't worry, man. Just eat some chicken. Eat your chicken. It's obviously really good chicken. You're excited about your chicken. I'm happy he's excited about his chicken, but we're here to talk about wrestling, some wrestling. And this match right here kind of delivered. It was entertaining. But at the end of the day, I was entertained by it, Jay. I don't care. I thought the spots were cool. You know, whatever. But the match had no real significant meaning for me because it's random and it doesn't make sense, and we already were there. We already tried to tell this story. Why we're trying to tell it again, beyond me. But whatever, man. I guess we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna go lose my mind over this shit. Darby, shout out to him for stopping, signing this guy's shit, personalizing it, taking the picture. Like to see it. Darby Allin goes on to tell us about what's this kid's name. Go ahead, Travis. What's his name?
I don't remember what the kid's name was.
You don't remember this kid's name? The prospect that Darby Allin signed?
No.
Jay, do you remember his name?
His name is Nick Wayne. He was signed when he was 16 years old.
Oh, you're talking. Okay, I forgot that he was. I don't know why. It was. I remembered it being that he was talking about it was Buddy Wayne's son. I didn't recognize, I guess, at the time that they were signing him.
Yeah, Buddy Wayne unfortunately passed away. Rest in peace to Buddy Wayne. But his son over here got signed by Darby Allin, and like Darby told us in the vignette, he didn't sign him because he's his friend. He didn't sign him because he wanted to take care of him. He said he's that damn good, and I've seen the footage. The kid is very good. Tony saw him, signed him. At the end of the day,
he's been wrestling wherever. He's been in the 5 wrestling. He's been in 5cc wrestling.
Japan.
He's been in GCW. He's been a former GCW tag team champion with Jordan Oliver. I mean, how can you not know?
Your mic is bugging out tonight.
It's bugging out.
Hold on, back it up a second.
That's what it is.
Savage. You said, well, I don't understand why they're telling this story again, because Tony Khan assumes that everyone watching AEW has goldfish brain, that we've forgotten that these two have beef with each other. It's like, well, I got to re-explain this to them because they're not going to understand that even though we saw, like, what was it, 4 or 5 months ago, him stomp a freaking cinder block on him, Tony Khan thinks he's like, oh, well, I guess, they got over that, so now we got to give him a new reason for heat. It's ridiculous.
He's still going. He didn't realize he got cut off. And he had to get cut off because we got to keep it moving. Black Dahlia going to be at the Wrestling Universe in Queens, August 19th, 2023. But now back to Darby Allin. Darby Allin, shout out to him. Seems like a real one. He likes who he likes. He's friends with who he's friends with. And he tries to keep his character as serious as possible. And obviously one of the biggest stars in AEW, sells more merch than anybody. And this story, to be continued. So stay tuned. Let's see what happens with Nick Wayne. Jungle Boy. Travis, we're going to go to you, and then we're going to go to Jake. Jungle Boy tonight. They show what happened last week. He comes out. Tony Schiavone has a word for him. Hook just beats the shit out of him. Go ahead, Travis.
I thought it was good. I thought it was actually good. He came out. He sounded like a good heel. He sounded smarmy. He sounded like an asshole. And then immediately, Hook attacks him. He jumps back in the car and he drives away. This is what I want to see more of with heel work. I want to see that like I'm a big guy and then I run away.
You're a big guy and then you run away. Jay, what you got for us?
I'll tell you what I got. I saw Jack Perry become a big loser tonight, just like I've been saying it forever. He is a loser, but he's trying to be a heel. I thought he was unsuccessful tonight. And I got to say this. I am not impressed with Hook. He cannot throw a punch for shit. We all saw it on live TV. I don't know what the hell was that. If that was a haymaker, please get out of the wrestling ring. Just don't even wrestle, because that was just horrible. Horrible. Like, that's horrible. That should have been. I don't know about you, Savage, because I know you went to school, but that should have been lesson 1: how to throw a punch.
How to throw a punch. Okay, listen. Jungle Boy over here, very good at jumping in trucks. I'll give him that. That was very good jumping in a truck. So good. So good. And then he picks up the microphone. And he talked again tonight to Tony Schiavone. He's coming out trying to show us his 3 chest hairs. And I'm not impressed at all. This right here, I'm sorry, Travis, but this was shit. Do you know why this was shit? Because you did this last week already. With Jungle Boy getting chased by Hook. Last week he jumped in a car. Of course you liked it because you like garbage, and that's okay.
No, let me finish. I like the type of, I'm going to talk like I'm a big badass, and then I'm going to run away. Now, did Hook do it well? No. I mean, did Jungle Boy do it well? No. He didn't. And I agree with Jay. Hook needs, like how in the world is this guy? He's Taz's son.
Listen, I'm booking this right here. First of all, you let Jungle Boy walk away from his car about 10, 15 feet. Now Tony Schiavone's going to interview him. Hook comes out of nowhere, beats the shit out of Hook. I mean, busted open, even rips that shirt off his body, and then security comes, and then he gets in the car and gets away. This way, you give a little peace and you make it feel real. You want to see anger. You want to see emotion. Yeah, I agree with you, Jay. Jungle Boy can't happen. I'll agree with you. Listen. I didn't say. Did you hear me say anything about Jungle Boy throwing a punch? No. Jungle Boy gets paid to throw punches, and he needs to work on them, which he can and will. He is one of the actually most athletic guys they have, and he's actually, in my mind, actually put on some of the best matches in the history of AEW. It's true. Oh, it's damn true. That cage match with Luchasaurus was fire. It was a great, fantastic match, and if you didn't like it, that's you, but I liked it. But is he a consistent good puncher? Is he consistent on the mic? No. He's got to work on it, and that's why you don't let him talk much. You let Hook cut him off now. They could do that for 3 months. They don't even have to have a match. The whole thing could be just every time Jungle Boy tries to get a word, Hook is always on his ass, and he leaves him with a stinger. Sometimes maybe Hook gets the advantage, embarrasses Hook maybe for the first time.
I give you credit. You've been talking about Jungle Boy for long. I can't even do that.
Well, if I'm working for AEW, I have to think of how we're going to make Jungle Boy better. What are we going to do to change this shit? So, in my opinion, we take the mic out of his hands completely. If he has it in his hands, it gets fucking stopped like it did tonight, but with vicious intent and aggression so that the fans at home can go, holy shit, did you see that right hand by Hook? Did you see Jungle Boy's face tonight? Even if they have to do it with fucking makeup, it's a fucking show. Fucking produce me fucking content that I can believe is fucking real. Is it hard to do? It's not. It's not. And I can prove it. I'm coming for you, Tony. Me and you need to have a conversation. God damn it. I got to get in a room with you because that place needs some fucking help. Guys like Jungle Boy need fucking help.
Are we still
almost
calling
there.
him that? Are we still calling him Jungle Boy?
We're already 10 minutes into this conversation.
I'm done. This was the best shit I've seen on AEW this year as far as video packages go. This shit was brilliant. It was good. I liked it. I liked it, Jay. You know why? Because I'm a biased piece of shit who's an MJF fan. And I bet, Jay, did you see the new intro of the show tonight?
Hopefully it doesn't have MJF on it. I don't know.
Travis, did you catch it? No, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you saw all the little things I put in?
The intro of this show? No, I thought you meant of the show of AEW.
Oh, man, we're all watching it right now. Nice to
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, Project, you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
See, the reason why all that shit is important because it all has meaning, all right? That top of the cage, you see Mick Foley getting thrown off, that's the same fucking place they can throw me off if they pay me. All right? Everything else you saw are the moments that defined me as a wrestling fan. I was there live when Triple H returned. I was there live in the living room watching Andre the Giant getting body slammed by Hulk Hogan, Jay. I love this shit. I love professional
I don't
wrestling.
care how many times I see it.
Vince McMahon dancing?
McMahon dancing like an idiot will always make me smile.
Listen, I did that because he was at the top of the world right there in that moment. He was on top of the world. Okay? Breaking records in every single arena. What are you guys doing at 31 years old? Not that.
No.
All right. So, Jay, go ahead. Jay, then Travis. MJF. Adam Cole.
I'll go first. I didn't like this video package. It didn't do nothing for me. And I'll talk more about their tag match and more into it. But it didn't do nothing for me at all.
Travis?
Short, sweet, to the point. I'm going to try and do the same. I thought it was okay. The video package was decent.
It was decent. Okay, we get a little match here. Acclaimed and Daddy Ass versus the Blade and the Bollywood Boys. If you remember the Bollywood Boys, they were the ones that were getting abused by Randy Orton ringside. If you remember them getting just launched into the air all over the place through announce tables. But anyway, they're taking on the Acclaim. Maybe they have a chance to win this match. Acclaim come out, do their thing. Daddy Ass has a pop. Acclaim to have a pop. Canada, obviously, like Jay mentioned, very stupid. They love this shit. It's the same shit we've been doing for 3-4 years, but they love it. They love it. So scissor me, Daddy. Mic drop, and the match is over. And then Harley Cameron, of course, says she has a message for them. Travis, why don't you tell us a little bit about what that message was?
That basically she wants to try and recruit Bowens into QTV. I mean,
what did you think about the match, and do you think she's going to accomplish her mission?
I think that she is not going to accomplish her mission. As for the match itself, it wasn't bad, but here's the problem I'm having with the Acclaimed. You've seen one Acclaimed match, you've seen them all. They're all the same match.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Jay, what was your take on the match and then the Harley segment as well?
Well, I think the Harley segment is just basically to get her name out there, so that's what I really thought. Well done package, even though QTV is quite horrible in my opinion. About the match, I think Savage here is an Acclaim fan. I think our man Gilch is, the number one merch getter for the Acclaim. I'm going to tell you guys something about the Acclaim. It's crazy that I'm watching these guys have a match and one is outshining the other and one is putting more work than the other. I'm talking about Bowens versus Max Caster. And it showed tonight. Bowens was doing the crazy combo kick strike, if you noticed, when he was on fire. And shout out to the Bollywood boys because they well deserve to be on TV. They're great workers. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, they were jobbers, they took losses, but they were great workers. Don't forget, as my man Savage said, the Ready Order. But back to the match, I can't take them seriously for me because one is outshining the other. I feel like Matt Caster is not putting in the work. I'm sorry, the rhyme tonight was flat to me. I wasn't feeling that.
I got a part of it. Listen. Acclaimed in the house, and they say we the live wire, bringing you the smoke like Canadian wildfire.
Didn't do nothing.
Just gotta say this. I missed the middle part, but just gotta say this. You look like two bitches in a dominatrix.
Didn't do nothing. You know what's so sad about this? That Daddy Ass puts more work in the ring than Max Caster. It's not a shout or it's not a jab. I'm just saying how it is, and you just saw it tonight.
It's 95 degrees outside, and Daddy Ass puts in more effort.
Here's what I think, and I got nothing against the Acclaim, but I would much rather see them in a serious tag team match.
Yeah.
But we don't get that. We get all this goofy shit.
Together. I feel like one puts the work more than the other. It should be equal, so we could take them seriously.
Well, here's the thing. We might have a diagnosis here of do-what-you're-told syndrome, and maybe they don't, they're not being allowed to perform outside of their abilities. Who knows? Max Caster's not a noob. He's been doing this shit for a long time. I think he looks bored out there. I think he needs to be the Shawn Michaels in this situation.
I think he just got
Catch my drift. Bowens, Marty Jannetty, Bowens might get along.
Jesus, don't you want to bust your ass? It's like in the NBA, you want to bust your ass to get that maximum contract. Don't you want to bust your ass in the ring so you can make
No, you don't want to bust your ass. You want to just bust your fucking forehead like John Moxley over here, who we're going to hear from. And look at his fresh head. So, Travis, I'll go to you first. John Moxley decides to talk about Eddie Kingston, basically that Eddie's just bitching about all the young talent, and it's like, dude, what are you bitching about? That our shit was in the past. Life is good now. What was your take on that, Jay? I'm sorry, Travis.
I think that a good part for this, if I'm booking this, I would come back and say something along the lines of like, what do you mean our lives is good now? You got to be NXT, you got to be AEW World Champion. You got a hot wife. I think that Eddie needs to come back and basically be like, you're trying to make it seem like we're both better off than we were, and you're the only one who's doing any better. I think that as far as the promo itself goes, I don't know. It wasn't terrible. I don't know. I was too busy paying attention to the fact that even on the promo, the motherfucker's got to have his face cut open.
Jay?
Nothing to say.
Chop said, he says, this show was terrible. I wonder if Moxley had something to do with it. And we're going to keep it moving here on Wrestling with Savage. And we get a congratulations to Eddie Kingston, who's the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Open Weight Champion of the World. Congratulations, Eddie Kingston. You won a championship in front of about 900 people.
Well, it took you 20 years. Got to do it in another country, but...
Travis, why are you not clapping?
Hold on. I want to understand. Is this his first title ever?
I don't know.
Has to be.
Good question.
Okay.
Has to be in a major.
Listen, I don't want to get beat up by Eddie Kingston. I think he would get really pissed off if he knew I was taking a shot at him right now. But you know what? Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yes.
I want to see him. I'd rather see him win something in AEW.
I'm going to say this in the nicest way I possibly can, which means I'm going to be an ass. Why would you say that, Savage? I don't want Eddie Kingston to beat me up. No, you don't have to worry about it because you can outrun him.
Yeah, probably can. But listen, that's not the point. Eddie Kingston's probably not a bad guy, but I think he's great on the mic. I think he was used the wrong way. They meshed his storylines with too many people. They all had meaningless endings. They went nowhere. Then we revisit them again and again over the years. And to what avail? It doesn't do anything for him except get crushed. He gets beat up by John Moxley. He gets beat up by this guy. He gets beat up by that guy. He gets beat up by Claudio. And you know what I'm saying?
Fireball in the face.
So right now he's like the Brooklyn Brawler of this shit, but Brooklyn Brawler didn't get a title, so I guess he's better than Brooklyn Brawler. But Eddie Kingston, I think, deserves much better, and I hope they give him the opportunity. Hopefully this leads somewhere for him.
In New Japan, this doesn't count.
New Japan, man. They fucks with it. All right, Blood and Guts coming up. We got the Blackpool Combat Club taking on the Elite, and we're going to have to wait and see at the TD Garden who the 5th members are going to be of each different club over here. And, they don't want to tell us. They said over the next couple of weeks we'll kind of like find out. Do we care, and do we even want to guess, Jay?
All I could think about is Kota Ibushi, but as for Blackpool, I don't know, man.
Kota Ibushi.
Oh yeah, well,
all right.
Who cares a fuck?
All right, and Travis, do you care? Do you even want to guess?
Do I care? Yes. Do I want to guess?
Why do you care?
I don't.
The only reason I care is because I think Blood and Guts. This is it.
I want you to grab that panda that's above your head, and I want you to punch it in its face. That fucking panda's looking at me the wrong way for the last
Chop City will be at Blood and Guts. Shout out to Chop
fuck
City.
That panda up. I will kill that panda.
You know what?
I think I won't, man.
Secavage. Told you before. Little less LSD, man.
Nah, man. The panda's looking at me, man. I tell you, man. I don't like
the panda's secretly plotted to kill me.
All right, here we go. I like this because this brings back memories from when I was a kid with WWF. They used to use this thing in the Royal Rumble, except theirs was all gold. Anyway, Matt Hardy's about to find out his opponent, or actually, no, excuse me, his tag team partner. And it's going to be Jeff Jarrett, Double J, the slap of nuts, that he would call him. We're going to keep it moving because I don't think anybody cares. We're here from Chris Jericho any moment now. He comes out, continues to suck himself off as he always does. The Ocho, the Wizard. Nobody does it better than Chris Jericho, right? He's the man. Over there abusing Sting last week. Comes out. He's talking hella shit. Don Callis is going to come out. Basically ask him to join the Don Callis family.
Did I just see... Was that Don Callis shirtless on a... Go back one more. Don Callis, one more picture.
Yes.
On a horse, I freaking love that. I love it.
His theme music, by the way, is like the best shit ever.
Oh yeah, no question. Like, this is the funny thing. Is like you look at it and you're like, really, for a bald dude walking down to the ring, they're making him look almost like a wrestling Putin by that picture, and I think it's great. I think you can't pay for the kind of heat.
This right here is going back to what I've been saying for over a year now, that they're going to eventually put that AEW championship back on Chris Jericho. It's a matter of time. Yes. The Ocho will upgrade to the Nueve, and maybe with Don Callis by his side, that's all it's going to take to send him to another evolution of Jericho. Like the ultimate version of Chris Jericho is going to maybe come out right now. We might see everything come back. The scarf, the list, the this, the that, the jackets, who knows? He might go nuts.
I don't care if I get called a nerd for this, but...
Or maybe they bring out another guy who's going to hold the list, another guy that's going to hold the jacket, another guy that's going to hold, his bottle, his drink, or his magic.
I love Jericho. I love Jericho. But as a nerd, I can still admit, this dude has had more forms than a Dragon Ball Z villain, so...
He's the one that's really limitless. All right, we love his
jacket tonight.
Dave, do you have anything to say on this, or you want to keep it moving? Keep it moving. All right, we're going to keep it moving. And we get to Roderick Strong, who has an interview with Renee. He's getting an update from the doctor after his attack from Samoa Joe. And then, of course, Adam Cole comes in. Roderick doesn't like this business between him and MJF. Roderick's, basically telling him, what are you doing? Adam Cole actually checks his phone, gets a text message from MJF. Oh, he's there. Any thoughts, anybody? Travis, you got something on this?
No.
Jay, nothing? We keep it moving? All right, cool. We get another blind eliminator tag team tournament quarterfinal match coming up. You can see the Butcher and the Blade have been split up. Daddy Magic and the Butcher are going to have a match. And this was a fun match because MJF is really good at what he does. Completely controlling the crowd, completely controlling the match, the pace of the match, and just having fun with it. Coming out there, doing his thing, showing a Dynamite ring. crowd seemed to love him. I'm shocked to say this, that are they trying to make MJF a babyface, Jay? Obviously, maybe they want to make him a babyface just so he can stab, Cole in the back and get that extra heat. But is that what's happening here, Jay? They're going to become best friends? They're going to become tag team champions of the world?
I hope it leads to this, because I'm going to tell you guys something. I don't know if this is good or this is weird, but it's both good and weird to me. Just the way they're pairing, just the way this whole workout video I saw earlier, which I didn't like whatsoever. Hopefully next week they could do a lot better than what they did. There was nothing special about this match. MJF, I'm going to tell you guys something. He's all over the place. No matter what he does, he's just all over the place. You don't know what he's doing. I hope it leads to that, Savage. There has to be a point somewhere down the road, but I don't know, man.
I'm going to ask you a simple question. Were you, yes or no, entertained by this?
No.
Travis, were you entertained by this tonight?
Yes.
See, me and Travis were entertained. Jay,
you guys are, MJF marks, and I got nothing to say.
Oh, no.
You might be right.
I'm a coal miner, but
he's got Bebe shirts.
I got Bebe's shirt.
I did too.
How about the match itself, Jay? Did you like the match?
What match? What did they do? Tell me what they did. They did the
They
same
qualified.
move
They qualified in the tag team semifinals.
They did the same move over and over for the first 5 minutes. That's why I say MJF is all over the place. It's silly sometimes, but then again,
this is all silly. I mean, it gets really silly.
No,
let's take a close look at this. Look how silly this shit got.
No, listen to how the writing is. If I'm AEW creative, I just told Adam Cole to say, "Hey man, thanks friend." What the F?
Well, hold on.
Last week you were ready to tear his head off. The week before that, then you had a match the week before that, and now you're like, "Oh, thanks friend."
Jay, do you remember, and I think it may have been on the show last night, but if not, it was afterwards. We were talking about how AEW recycles and reuses WWE storylines, right? The match itself, fine. The afterward stuff with the birthday and all that, 100%. I'm sitting there and I'm like, so it's the AEW version of the Festival of Friendship.
I got one thing to say. I'm not going to respond to any of that. I'm still sticking to what I'm saying. But I will say this. This is why this whole thing right here with the segment after this match, this is why I've been saying for the longest. I told Travis last night. I'm telling everybody again, this is why AEW cannot finish on time.
All right, that's great. But listen, this match was fun. It was fun. Everything about it was fun. MJF wanted the tag. He didn't get the tag. Adam Cole dropped the boom, baby. And that was it. Look at the hug from MJF. He really wants to be best friends with Adam Cole. He said, give me 2 mics out here. We're going to celebrate my best friend's birthday. Look at the confetti. MJF, he's draped in confetti. It's amazing how it all landed on him. It's unbelievable.
Was it just me? Was it just me that looked at this and was like, this is like the AEW version of the Festival of Friendship?
No, not yet. We'll see. But I see why you're making that comparison. And you know what? Even if it is, that story has been told much before that. Every story has been told 46 times, man. Actually, if you count every promotion in the world, every story's probably been told 5,000 billion million times.
45-minute segment, by the way.
All right, it was a long-ass segment. Now MJF tried to smash Adam Cole's face into the cake. These guys came out with a cake, very annoying. They wanted to, wish Adam Cole a happy birthday. They wanted him to make a wish. MJF actually sang happy birthday to him. And my God, the voice of an angel. For a devil, he has the voice of an angel. I couldn't resist having to say that line. All right, so I guess we'll keep it moving because you guys already said what you said. I'm excited to see what comes of this because they put on a banger match. So if this leads to more of that, I'm okay with that. Britt Baker going to have an interview with Renee before her big match with Ruby Soho. Chris Jericho going to be confronted kind of by Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. Like, what the hell are you doing talking to Don Callis? Jericho tells him, listen, I'm not going to be around forever. Anybody want to have something to say on that?
Well, the only thing I disliked about this segment was it's like, what are you doing talking to Don Callis? Did I miss something? isn't this called the Jericho Appreciation Society? That means I'm in charge. You shut your mouth and you do whatever the fuck I tell you to do.
Jay?
Maybe my TV is from fucking 2025 or some shit. Maybe I'm watching a different AEW thing. Are you seeing what's going on here? Listen, we all get the tease. I get that. But let's take that away for a second. Does anybody see what the fuck is going on? Mr. No Personality with Mr. Mid-Card Forever teaming up together in this.
How dare you? Who are you talking about?
Hold on. This is telling me that this whole random tag team, there's no creativity. They're just putting anybody with anybody and forgetting.
Well, that's why it's called the Blind Eliminator.
No, it is not
Blind
random.
Eliminator.
It is not random when you put Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin in tag matches in front of us, and then you have this so-called Blind Eliminator and you put them inside the tournament together.
Yeah, the chances of that actually happening in real life, of the name Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland all coming out.
MJF and Cole.
It's like winning the Mega Ball.
This tournament is a filler for Cole and MJF because MJF's run is lackluster. I've been saying it forever. Jesus. It's lackluster.
All right, it's lackluster. Let's get to the next match. Dr. Britt Baker going to take on Ruby Soho in a rematch of last year's Owen Hart Finals. And Ruby Soho would get her revenge. But, of course, she has the clear advantage. It's out there. Britt Baker obviously doesn't have any friends. Adam Cole's not out there helping her out. What a piece of shit he is. He's too busy playing with MJF to help Britt Baker out. What an asshole. Unbelievable. Look at Tony Storm making sure she gets involved. Britt Baker getting her head bashed into that title. But guess what? That wouldn't be the end of it. She would kick out of that. She would even kick out of this. She would escape that, but she couldn't escape this. Look at the work by the Outcast to bring home the win and advance.
This is one of my
tournament. Travis, go ahead.
This is one of my reoccurring problems in wrestling in general. Is there some rule that says we have to offer a benefit of a doubt every time? If you've interfered in as many matches as the Outcast have, if I'm a ref, I'm going to do the smart thing and be like, I don't care. I don't care if you go, well, that was 2 weeks ago. You've interfered enough. Get your ass to the back. And we see this all the time. Like, do the refs not talk to each other? Well, yeah, she cheated in the last match. She cheated in the last match I covered with them too. Like,
no, Travis, obviously the refs are all terrible at their jobs, and this is why Savage needs to bit there so I can get refs that are competent and will do their job, count 1, 2, 3, and pay attention to the cheaters and pieces of crap that exist. But you know what? If Savage got there, I kind of like cheaters.
Well, yeah, everybody loves it. I mean, everybody cheers a
hero.
Why?
You know why? You know why? Because they don't care. They're just there to get the job done.
Oh, yeah. We cheer the hero, but we love the villain.
Now, in what universe should this be a main event with very little storyline? I mean, I know where they're going with it after just because of the Elite versus the BCC. But we find a way to get Hangman involved. We find a way to get the Elite. The Bucks come out. The Takeshita comes out. All hell breaks loose. Kenny still gets the win, even though all that shit went down. So Kenny went over tonight.
You want to hear something crazy, though?
Hold on. The only thing I want to hear is what you thought of the match first.
First of all, I thought the match was okay. I honestly will say I think that this may have been one of the best matches Yuta's had in all of AEW. But this was honestly one of the few times he actually looked semi-good.
Semi-good. Jay, I see you holding your head there. Why don't you go ahead? Let us know what you thought about the main event tonight between Kenny Omega.
Guys, I'm sorry if my television is better than yours and everybody in the chat. I apologize. I apologize once again because I thought I saw something really horrible in the opener, which I spoke about, but I even saw something worse tonight. I saw Wheeler Yuta kick out of a knee trigger for a 2 count. Now explain that to me, how I'm supposed to take Wheeler useless. Savage and I call him being competitive against Kenny Omega that had probably one of the match of the year against Will Ospreay. And he kicked out of a knee trigger for a 2 count. That doesn't bother anybody over there. Kenny Omega, it bothers me. I thought that was bad right there. I thought this match didn't do shit for me. I didn't feel no emotion. I'm telling you, you could feed these people a piece of my chicken I ate earlier, and they will go banana. They will go off the moon. But here's where it went crazy, guys. This is where I got lost and everybody in the chat. I hope you watched this.
You're losing the chat right now with this chicken.
I sure did. I'm getting cut off. Wait, I know I saw this clearly. Did I just see the fucking referee get out of the fucking ring to join the mob of securities when Don Callis was coming out when he kicked him out earlier? Now, why were you doing that? You're a referee. Okay, you can have your back turned. Why did you step out of the ring to go with the mob to stop Don Callis? When did that become your job? But I guess nobody wants to talk about that because they're so fascinated with Kenny Omega and the splits and all the dumb flying shit he does. But this match was bad. This tells me AEW refs are by far the stupidest that I've ever seen in any promotion, period. You saw it in the opener, you saw it in the closer. It starts for the opening, it starts for the closing. This match didn't do nothing because I can't take Rita Yuta competitive against Kenny Omega. Let's face it, it's a joke. And this is what I've been saying, guys. This so-called friendship segment you talked about, that shit lasted like 25 fucking minutes. And you know what happens? Towards the end, which Savage will get into, everybody starts coming out, the lead and all these chair shots. And guess what? As soon as Dork Order hits the ring, we're off the air.
Yeah, I didn't even have time to capture that moment. That was the last moment of the night.
It was, yeah.
Listen, the match wasn't terrible, but Wheeler, people hate him, man. People hate him. And what I don't like is I feel like he has exaggerated expressions.
I'm not.
It doesn't feel organic.
I hate more people than him, but I'm saying you cannot make him this guy.
You can't make him believable for Kenny Omega.
Be real.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Well, listen, he still looked weak tonight because he had Takeshita. He had all these people come out, and he still couldn't get the job done. Kenny Omega picks up the win with the one-winged angel. What's this? Oh, yeah. I see the light. Do you guys see the light? Oh, here we go. Owen Hart, men's tournament. Let's open that up. Who was winning CM Punk versus Samoa Joe on Saturday night?
Obviously, I mean, I don't want it to be, but obviously it's going to be Punk.
I agree. It's going to be Punk, Joe. Unfortunately. All right, Jay's going with Joe. Travis definitely not keeping tabs on any of this shit. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks.
Hobbs.
Starks. I'm going with Starks.
This is his tournament.
And then, okay, let's say theoretically it's CM Punk versus Ricky Starks.
No.
Ricky Starks is going to win. Punk's going to put over Ricky Starks.
Not happening.
CM Punk is going to put over somebody? No.
Yeah, I think so.
Punk's going to take a loss.
I see the light. Here, there's Hobbs. Poor Hobbs, man. I don't think Hobbs has a shot, man. After what they did to him with Wardlow and the TNT title, I don't see why they would let him crush it.
Here's the thing. Here's the only thing about this. You said he's going to do the job, put Starks over. You know what?
Maybe.
Congratulations. He's won the Owen Hart tournament. You're still not worth shit, dude. Like, you talk. Y'all
hey, listen, it doesn't really matter. Britt Baker won the Owen Hart tournament. She just got beat up by Ruby Soho.
I mean, you want to.
Adam Cole won the Owen Hart tournament, and he's eating birthday cake with MJF.
Y'all want to talk about Wheeler useless? That's how bad Ricky Starks is. Like, literally, if I could have any request for AEW right now, it would be that we never see Ricky Starks on AEW television ever again. He needs to go to WWE.
Do we think that, Jay, do you think this Owen Hart tournament match here between CM Punk and Samoa Joe, do you think it's actually going to be physical?
Yes.
I think it's going to get a lot of eyeballs, but I don't think the ratings are going to change for nothing.
I told I asked you, but thanks. All right. Anyway, we got to that point in the show right now where I'm going to start putting things over. Make sure you subscribe to the Premier Streaming Network so you don't miss Edge of Greatness with Matt Cardona, Casey Navarro going at it again. Outlaw Wrestling this month on Friday, July 14th.
Casey on the show.
We're going to be at Bolero. I could give him a call. He's kind of a busy man. He's a world champion.
He's busy. Tell him to talk to Jay.
He's busy, man. Outlaw Wrestling, we sponsor them. Make sure you come on by if you can. Don't miss Dark Side of the Ring August 8th when Marty Jannetty has his episode, and we'll talk all about it on the Marty Jannetty podcast, Party with Marty, coming soon. Sign up to the Premier Streaming Network so you can watch pay-per-views like BPW Reloaded anytime you want. Go sign up to my cousin's shit right now. Subscribe, click, share, buy his album, Justified Homicide. Set up Cri Text, one of our sponsors. Black Dahlia will be at Wrestle Bash alongside Haku August 20th, 2023. Make sure you come on down or send me an email, wrestlingwithsavage@gmail.com, for mail-in orders. Jimmy Hart will be at Legends Fan Fest. Savage Kingdom Promotions. You can visit wrestlingwithsavage.com to see all of our upcoming events. Black Dahlia also going to be at the Wrestling Universe coming up very soon, August 19th. Not too far away. Again, happy 4th of July weekend. The weekend is over, but it feels like an extended weekend.
It does.
It does. So AEW, thumbs up from Jay? Thumbs down?
Down, way down.
I'm like here.
Yeah, I'm like here too. It's like I didn't think it was terrible, but this was definitely one of the weaker AEW episodes.
The MJF is what saved it. Like, the MJF segment was good. Everything else was and then some stuff was
it was entertaining. I don't know if it was good, but it gave me a chuckle or two, but that was about it.
Tomorrow night you watching Impact, Travis? You doing the watch along?
As far as I know, sure.
All right, I have it posted up, so have fun with that shit. Maybe Jay will join you. I don't know. Maybe I'll jump in for a little bit. I don't know.
Welcome to join.
I know. I'm welcome to join. God damn it!
I said Jay.
Oh, Jay? Yeah.
I join the times.
Yeah, you do. Hey, you know what we'll get to see? Maybe on Impact tomorrow, we'll get to see more story about a 50-year-old fat man named Scott D'Amore gonna have a wrestling match against Bully Ray. It's like, good Lord, I'm just preparing now. I'm like, they need to have ambulances on standby for this match.
It's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be brutal. I mean, I can't do it. I don't know how you guys do it. God bless you. Maybe tomorrow if I got nothing else cooking. Maybe, but I don't think so. I don't know. Sorry for me, man. I still got to be Final Fantasy. I still got to play AEW a little bit.
Fantasy.
Game's taking forever, man, because I'm playing it in shots.
It's a long game.
Should have beat it already.
Don't have the time.
I read something the other day saying if you want to complete it 100%, even people who are doing it quickly are saying it's a 70, 80 hour game.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do all that. I'm just trying to beat it.
Damn.
Fight Forever is fun too, man. I like Fight Forever, but there's no time to play that.
It is. It's good. It is a fun game.
Jay, it actually is a good game. You should buy it.
The price drops.
Xbox.
Have PS5.
You guys all need an Xbox.
I have a PS5. So either or.
Yeah, I got it on Xbox.
Yeah, the only game literally the only complaint I have against the AEW Fight Forever game right now is that it's not crossplay. If it had been crossplay, I think it would sell a lot better.
They're not going to fix that. They can barely get the regular shit working. They don't know what the fuck they're doing for the crossplay. That costs money.
You can't even get the wrestlers in the ring.
Bro, they couldn't even get the people that are on TV. FTR should be in the game. Acclaimed should be in the game. What are we talking about?
Wait, didn't No Mercy get the wrestlers in the ring?
What do you mean?
When they came in the ring, didn't they come in the ring when they did the intro? Really slowly and badly, but they were in the ring.
They would run in.
Yeah, but when Stone Cold music hit, didn't he come in the ring and did his own little pose?
This is Stone Cold. Yeah, I think so.
No, he can't do that.
No, Stone Cold never came in and did his pose.
I think they came in the ring, bro.
I think that's it. It's
interesting.
Fire. I think, yeah.
It's interesting to me that a lot of people getting ready for this game to come out were like, "Yeah, it's gonna be No Mercy style. That's so cool. I like it." The game comes out, and the only thing I hear people say is it should have been more like.
First of all, where are you hearing all this stuff? Because you ain't on Facebook, so where the hell are you seeing all these negative comments?
On YouTube.
On YouTube. All right. First of all, YouTube. Yeah, I wouldn't rely on those comments.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's funny to me that it came out, And then all these same people who were like, it's No Mercy style, it's so cool, are like, it should have
Because
been.
I
like,
looked at, there was a post from AEW that had like a bunch of comments about Fight Forever. So I was going through the comments just to see other people's thoughts. And honestly, the majority of people were saying it's a fun game. They liked it. I didn't see a lot of hate on it.
No. Like, and I don't get this. I really don't. Why on any game, if you don't like the AEW game, I can understand saying, I don't like it. But why would you go onto their video and post, this game is a piece of shit?
Because that's what people do. There's billions of people with absolutely nothing to do, and some of them are going to go do that. Me, I'd rather
I have
just
nothing
play
to
the
do.
game.
You don't see me being an asshole.
AEW I think they did a good job establishing a base, and they can build off that base and make it better and better and better. Add characters. I mean, I like it enough to the point where I'm thinking about creating a couple of wrestlers. I do like WWE that you can just download anybody you want, like, immediately. They need to work on that aspect and have, like, a community hub of, like, creations, arenas, and, you know,
And I mean, these
characters.
are all things that could be added in. Is it going to take work?
Yeah, it's going to take time.
But I think it's weird as it's going to sound. I think what they did is they put the game out there to see if there was even interest in it. And now that they're seeing there is, and there are people who bought it, now
of course it's going to have interest. Nowadays, video games, people are bored out of their minds. They buy new games. People that don't even know what AEW, people that don't even know what AEW is, are playing AEW Fight Forever because it's a new game on Xbox.
And well, yeah, I mean, yeah, and look at it. Like me, I was just talking with one of my friends today. I'm like, Dad, gum. He's like, what? I was like, I've got 5 games, 5 in October alone. I'm like, this is insane. This year is way too good for games.
I think people bought it because of the blood.
Well, blood and a lot of different things. And just because it's a new game, people buy it, man. That's what they do.
Come for the blood, stay for the game.
Yeah, tomorrow night, come for Impact. Friday night, SmackDown, hopefully. Saturday, Collision. I'm probably going to watch Collision on Saturday, so I'll probably, whether Travis is here or Jay is here, I think I'm going to be here.
I'll be here for Collision.
Good. I think I want to call the action for CM Punk versus Samoa Joe, to be honest. So look forward to that. Everybody have a good night. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Travis. And we'll see you next time right here on Wrestling with Savage. If you have any questions that you want answered on the show, wrestlingwithsavage@gmail.com. Peace. Nice difference.